And so you have it in the English Championship. 46 games played. Fulham, we already knew, were champions. Bournemouth will be playing in the Premier League next season as well. And now we know, Stevie Nicol, the 4 teams that will be making up the playoffs. Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest, Sheffield United, and Luton Town. First of all, let's start with the champions, Fulham. What a season for them, and what a season for Mitrovic. How do you think they'll do in the Premier League next season?
You know, the wisdom of the last time they came up would be generally what we would all do, because the last time they came up, they spent a lot of money on players. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But at the same time, I don't think they could survive, and certainly Mitrovic would not be getting the amount of goals that he got in the Championship if this team says the same. So, you know, they're going to have to find a balance between keeping a big part of the squad they have, but adding some real quality that, most importantly, will stiffen them up defensively. But I think Mitrovic needs a partner up front to take some of that weight off him. So this is a tricky one, not just for them, but for Bournemouth as well. But as I said, Fulham have done it before. They've spent a lot of money and it hasn't worked. So somewhere in between, I think, is how they will stay up.
Scott Parker's done a great job, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I was surprised when he left Fulham, but Bournemouth were smart getting him. Knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's a good coach, somebody that can be trusted. And again, will find himself in a position where I think more than anything, this team will need to strengthen defensively, because the reason they were relegated previously from the Premier League is because defensively they were just a shambles. And so you have to give yourself a chance. And I think the best chance that Bournemouth will have is by making sure that they are completely solid. And again, Scott Parker's got experience with Fulham. They weren't solid at all. So I'm sure, and I think and hope that will be first on his mind. How do we stop letting goals in? And then if you do that, then you can start building going forward.
As far as the playoffs are concerned, Stevie, I thought we were turning back the clock to when you played with Nottingham Forest and Luton Town. It's like the 80s and early 90s all over again. 2 sides that are in there. They've got a chance. Huddersfield and Sheffield United, the other 2. Who do you like to come through the playoffs to join Fulham and Bournemouth in the Premier League next season?
Well, I'll go on 2 fronts. I would like Forest to come up. I think with their history, with the stadium, the atmosphere they have there, it'd be fantastic to have them in the Premier League. And I think they deserve to come up. I think Steve Cooper, with the job he's done, listen, he got there. They were bottom of the league.
Yeah.
In September. So to turn that around to the fact that they now have a chance to go to the Premier League tells you what a great job he's done. The other thing I would say is that I like the chances. You know, the playoffs are basically a cup competition. And there was one side in the Championship who did an incredible job in the FA Cup, and that was Nottingham Forest. They knocked out Arsenal. They then knocked out Leicester City, and then gave Liverpool a bit of a fright, only losing 1-0. So, listen, I hope Forest come up, and I think Forest, particularly in this format, are suited to getting promotion. So, here's hoping.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.